Hello, I'm Laura Marshall.
And I'm Krista Zanoli.
And this is Light Matters for April 27th, 2011. In this week's Light Matters, we'll look at how researchers are studying the light-sensing proteins squids use to blend into their environment. We'll see a short roundup of business news. Senior editor Melinda Rose will bring us highlights live from SPIE's Defense, Security, and Sensing Conference in Orlando, Florida. And I'll give you a sneak peek at the May issue of Photonics Spectra magazine.
Researchers at the Marine Biological Laboratory are preparing to uncover the way in which cephalopods, such as squids and octopi, use light-sensing proteins in their skin to blend into their environment. What they find may lead to artificial materials that respond to their surroundings. Roger Hanlon, who has spent more than 3 decades studying the camouflage artistry of cephalopods, is collaborating with material scientists and nanotechnologists at Rice University towards the goal of developing materials that can mimic cephalopod camouflage. Hanlon was recently named a co-recipient of a $6 million grant from the U.S. Office of Naval Research. Naomi Hallis, an expert in nano-optics at Rice University, is the principal investigator on the 4-year grant. In 2008, Hanlon and his colleagues discovered that cephalopod skin contains opsins, the same type of light-sensing protein that function in the eyes. The team will now perform experiments with cephalopods to determine how opsin molecules receive light and aid the animal's visual system in adjusting skin patterns for communication and camouflage. How and where that visual information is used by the nervous system is likely to uncover some novel neural circuitry, Hanlon said.
The cover story for May is Imaging in the Ultrafast Lane, a feature article by contributing editor Hank Hogan. Hank looks at how ultrafast imaging offers new possibilities for biological and industrial applications at wavelengths outside the visible regime. We also have a feature by contributing editor Marie Freebody, in which her sources discuss whether optical lithography can create integrated circuits with features that are 22 nanometers or smaller, or whether other methods will be required. Also this month, I have written a feature in which I sat down with 2 laser alignment experts to talk about issues and challenges in the current and future markets for laser alignment. An article from features editor Lynn Savage examines how quantum dots may be a less expensive, more long-lived, and more power-efficient option for the booming display market. And contributor David Chaffee has written an article about the lessons one company has learned in using small business innovation research grants as a platform for success.
And in business news, precision laser measurement equipment provider Ophir Photonics announced the launch of a new corporate branding strategy, as well as an expansion of its U.S. manufacturing and distribution facilities in Logan, Utah. Formerly known as the Ophir Laser Measurement Group, the product now will form the core of the new Ophir Photonics Group.
Also, B&W Tek Incorporated recently announced its New Horizons Initiative, an outreach program designed to support breakthrough innovations in scientific research within academic institutions. The company, which produces optical spectroscopy and laser systems, is providing special pricing as well as advanced technical and application support for cutting-edge research in institutions that qualify for the program.
And joining us live via Skype from SPIE Defense, Sensing, and Security in Orlando, Florida is senior editor Melinda Rose. Melinda, what's going on at the show this week?
There's a lot happening here in Orlando, a lot of hot things, not just the temperature outside. New this year is a imaging gallery sponsored by Stingray Optics and SPIE, so that there's you get to see all kinds of things in infrared. And in terms of the technical talks, there's been paper presentations about how they're monitoring using sensors some of the Deepwater Horizon oil spill from last year, and how they're making sure that that hasn't spread. I'm going to a presentation this afternoon about government funding. It's a special session with people from DARPA, IARPA, talking about how to get government funding. It's always standing room only presentation, so that will be interesting. I went to Women in Optics last night and heard from a former optics professional who's now into forensic genealogy on how she was able to identify a person from a 50-year-old plane crash using just his one arm that they were able to find. It was very interesting. There's going to be an article about her later this year in Scientific America. So that's just a tip of the iceberg here at DSS. I do want to mention that a notable thing is that DSS is moving to Baltimore next year, so it won't be in Orlando.
Great. Thank you, Melinda. And we look forward to talking to you again next week from Clio in Baltimore.
Clio in Baltimore.
Well, travel safe. Thank you, Melinda.
Thank you.
And that's it for this edition of Light Matters. For more on any of these stories, visit photonics.com. To subscribe to our newscast, you can click on the share icon on this video player and choose feeds to enter your subscription directly into iTunes or any other RSS program.
There are also icons to share this video on most social media sites, and you'll find Light Matters in the iTunes Store.
Please send your questions or comments to lightmatters@photonics.com or find Photonics Media on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week.